Hey, everybody. The doc is not here yet. Apologies. He is done us the incredible courtesy of driving here from, it's basically a 2-hour drive from where he is. I don't know if it's public knowledge, so I'm not going to say, but it's a location that is the most trafficked point of travel here to Los Angeles. So he is slugging his way through the hell on earth traffic that is Los Angeles. He is right around the corner. Just wanted to stop in and say to my pimps and peeps to stay tuned because we've got a spicy hot show coming up very soon. We're here though. We out here. Right, Hila?
What big pimps.
There's the soundboard. I didn't realize that we haven't used the soundboard in a while.
Right. See, I don't even need to talk now.
Yeah, just soundboard, Hila. We'll get a cut out of you. Put a soundboard. Dan, we should get the bong water sound on the soundboard.
I can just hit my bong into the mic.
Yeah, that'd work. Anyway, we have a little bit of preparation to do when he arrives. So when he gets here, I'll probably just put it back to the standby screen. And we will get back short. Talk about Teddy Fresh. Well, we could do that. I was planning on talking about that before we introduced him on the show itself. But we could. Anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. This is exciting. I'm very excited about the doc. Mr. Disrespect, may I call him? Or would that be disrespectful?
I guess we could talk a little bit about Teddy Fresh.
Well, I'm wearing a Teddy Fresh. I'm decked out in Teddy Fresh.
Yeah.
Hat, obviously. Shirt. This thing is designed. This is all, if you don't know what we're talking about, this is Hila's fashion line she just released. I'm sure there's some Doc fans here who don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Dude, it was insane. Like, we didn't, we were expecting to have to talk about it on our H3H3 Productions channel, but it was just completely sold out, like pretty much after one day.
Yeah, there's only a few extra smalls left.
Or extra larges, or a couple XXL. Yeah. Anyway, it's like that. The first thing to sell out was the hoodie. That thing, my head was spinning. I think we had like 500 of them. Thing is, we didn't want to over order because, that shit's expensive, right? And so if you order like 500 extra that don't sell, you're sitting on like, you've just wasted thousands of dollars. And we've never made a clothing line before, so we didn't know how much demand there was. But we've ordered a ton more hoodies for you guys, so they should be here soon.
Probably a month.
Yeah, soonish. But anyway, it was incredible, man. It was awesome.
Very, very cool.
Should we take calls? That's not a bad idea while we wait. Dan, Ian?
Yeah.
Let's take some calls and...
Sure, let me line something
I
up.
could watch some videos. Let's just watch some videos. Everyone loves that. Let's see what the fuck's on our cringe. I haven't been there in a minute. Let's see what's on the internet, my friends. We are waiting patiently for the doc to arrive. What do we got here? TV host mistakenly thinks astronaut just returned from the ISS went to the moon.
I would like to ask. I don't know whether you'd be allowed to answer it really, because it might be a naughty thing. It's when you went to the moon. Did you take a piece of the moon and bring it back home with you?
So I wasn't in the moon.
To?
I was in the.
Man, that's. No one's been on the moon for like 50 years or something. This guy wishes he was on the moon. I love the idea that taking a rock from the moon is somehow theft, by the way, too.
Why?
It's just a little strange to be like, are you not supposed to take rocks from the moon? Space, dude. What, are you going to own the moon? What's next?
Space station.
So you never...
I thought, what a wonderful idea, you know, as if we could go up there and bring back...
got off,
no,
and
we
you never
have
took, there was nothing
400...
floating about that you could steal.
No, but again, that was the question. It was a brilliant question from a young lad who said, you know, did you bring back any souvenirs from the space station?
Something. Like you do at work,
But,
you know, nick a roll of
Wheel that
sellotape.
says do not pull.
Yeah, everything is very strictly controlled. What's taken up and what...
It's a little embarrassing, isn't it?
No souvenir shop in space?
Yeah, no gift shop exit. She's like, all right, so you weren't on the moon. Boring. L. Were you able to grab anything else from space?
Any T-shirts?
Yeah. What do you got for me? Come on, dude. This segment's boring. Yes, we encountered alien ships. They were selling T-shirts. Space shirts. What else we got? It's fucking freezing in this room, God damn it. It's freezing or it's hot. This is a third world problem. But I'm going to complain about it.
A third?
No, this is, yeah. Third world problem is like, I'm dead.
I'm dead or I'm alive?
Oh, man, I'm alive. It's such a third world problem. What do I do to get out of it? Let's see. This George Carlin impersonation on Cringe. Oh, this is going to be good, my friends. Look at this shit.
Hi, hello, how are ya? How you doing?
The posture's right.
What's up? What's new? What's going on?
All right.
What do you think? What do you hear? What do you say? What do you feel? ¿Qué pasa?
You really got a huge audience.
Yeah,
What's going on?
what is the event?
What it is? How's it hanging?
Wait.
Semantic. Now I gotta tell you, now that I'm gone, I realize the true meaning of life, the whole purpose of life, and that is trying to find a place for your data. That's all your house is.
Are we gonna watch this?
No, I'm out.
What?
Sometimes cringe is just cringe, and there's not much more to it, is there? Joe Rogan gets awkward when guest starts to eat in the middle of podcast? Let's get a fucking foreshadowing for what we're about to experience.
I feel like you would do that.
Yeah, I'm the one that makes it awkward in here. I'll fucking eat. And everyone's like, stop chewing into the mic. Ethan, you're the host, for Christ's sake. Should know better.
For you is you don't know.
Listen to the crunching.
Right. Or you can eat that.
Are you going to eat that?
No, we can just wrap this up if you're that hungry.
That's great.
Oh, it's the home stretch, buddy. We got 7 more minutes. Can't take it anymore?
I'm sorry.
You got insulin lower issues?
I got
Crashing?
issues. Mm-hmm.
Listen, we can just wrap this up anyway. This was a really fun conversation.
So
Really,
this is what the end of Joe
That's
Rogan
funny.
podcast looked like.
It's 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I know. I love the guy. I love his show, but I never make it to the end. So this is what it looks like.
I feel like eating that bar
He definitely
has
did.
changed.
You
It's like the
fucking- you
butterfly
crashed
effect.
it.
I know.
Well, you were so hungry.
That
This
was
poor guy.
That was funny. Man's psychic powers don't work because of static. Yeah.
Tonight on this stage, you are going to meet a man
It's just too
who
long.
claims
6
he
minutes.
can move.
Get a life. I can only accept my cringe in 30-second doses or less. Once the cringe hits 30 seconds, it begins to how do you call that when cancer spreads, metastasize? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to keep. It's like radiation. You got to keep the cancer to a. I need to make sure my chair is up all the way because he's so high. He's so tall. I need to make him lower his.
Seriously.
Raise yours. It's gonna be embarrassing. Come on. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Tall.
Now I'm gonna sit in his and put it down all the way. All right, that's gonna be good. Actually,
Get
I feel like
pranked.
that's important. I feel like that's important for the camera angles. That's why I did it.
Nice.
Nothing can stop their love. All right.
And empower you to do the things that you dream. I promise to be your biggest advocate
and your best friend. I commit to sharing with you in seasons of abundance.
What happened?
What?
And in seasons
Oh my God.
I commit to sharing with you in seasons of abundance.
What?
And in seasons of
What?
scarcity.
The title is accurate. Nothing can stop their love. They're just like,
Why does it sound like a fart when she's puking?
yeah, it was kind of a bit of a fart, wasn't it? It's like, listen, if you're going to come to my wedding sick, I will move on without you. I expect you to clean that up when we're done here. Nervous guy throws up. What's with 2 puke videos back to back? I'm in. Nervous guy throws up in his mouth.
Timo Herman, sä et ole kauheasti ollut politiikassa vielä luottamustehtävissä, mutta haluat Euroopan.
Not ready for this.
Miksi? Onko täällä sitten
This guy's
useampia
tripping balls
provinsseja
right
sisällä?
now.
Suomi ei ole provinssi, vaan tämänhetkiset TE.
Is he hungover or nervous?
Aluehallintokeskukset on niin sanottuja provinsseja.
Eli ikään kuin maakunnille lisää valtaa eri puolilla Eurooppaa.
Uh-oh.
I don't like this clip.
Uh-oh. Oh, no!
Okay, close it.
Why is it all edited, all like inspirational?
Oh,
like...
the doc is here.
Oh, he is here?
All right, he's here to save us
Okay,
from
thank
this
God.
cringe.
I could say a lot more. Okay, so guys, the doc is here. We will return shortly.
What's up, guys? This is Mo. This is Ethan. Today, we're in the streets of New York City. Wait, Mo. Before we finish the intro, let me try out this new donut. What? Let me try out this new donut real quick.
Should we try it out together, though?
I want to see how it tastes.
Should we try it out together?
Of course.
All right.
This is donut taste.
have the gaze. So
I won't lie, this is definitely me. That Ethan Bradbury, Ethan Bradbury. Humongous what? Humongous what? Hey, y'all, it's your boy Ethan from H3. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind?
Well, I'm always triggered. I'm triggered right now. Like the whole.
Ken Bone. God set you up. Ken Bone. God set you up. Meet our energy needs while remaining environmentally friendly. Hey, y'all. I won't lie, this is definitely me. Joey Salad. Ken Bone. Ethan Bradbury. Humongous what? Humongous what? Hey, y'all. It's your boy Ethan from H3.
It was meant to be for us to meet. Be the best.
Papa bless.
Be the best.
Papa bless.
Mommy makeout day. I'm gonna find some moms and play.
Found 2 Pikachus.
We found this new site.
They're wrong. This is a good, plus a spook, plus a gap, plus a right. The memes. Some good. The last. You can't divide the memes.
You end up dividing the memes.
One meme, one God, one love.
I won't lie, this is definitely me. Gonna DJ Count. Ethan Bradbury. Humongous what? Humongous what? Hey, y'all. It's your boy Ethan from H3. I won't lie, this is definitely me. Gonna out of your mind? Bone. Ethan Bradbury. Humongous what? Humongous Joey Salad. Hey, y'all. It's your boy Ethan from H3.
Ethan and me. Why did you put that on?
I wear this all the time.
It's been a really good. Welcome. Do I do a voice? Listen, I couldn't face this guy as my normal self. I had to step up my fucking shit. I gotta match this guy. I'm Professor Prophecy, the prof. And I'm here to prophesize the end of Dr. Disrespect.
That works.
That's my backstory. It's like WWF. All right, let me start. Maybe I already started. No, let's start. All right. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for your patience. We're about to start the show. Thank you, everyone who subscribed using Twitch and Twitch Prime. You beautiful sons of bitches. I love you. That being said, let's jam. Welcome, everybody. Should I do? I think that was in too fast. Got to give you guys all a sec. All right. You ready, Dan? Okay. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the H3 Podcast. Today's episode is sponsored by Jigsaw, out in theaters today, October 27th. Hello, Fresh, Quip, Stitch Fix Men, and Twitch Prime subscribers like you. Love you. Now listen, we have got a really special guest, honestly. That's why I'm in this outfit. I had to basically don my alter ego to prepare myself to match this guy. He's powerful, he's great, and frankly, I'm intimidated, so I need to don this outfit. Okay? Now, before we introduce our guest, I just want to say a couple things. Jordan Peterson is coming on next week on Thursday, November 2nd. You can post questions for him on the subreddit. That thread is now up. And for future updates on the H3 Podcast, follow us on Twitter at the H3 Podcast. That includes time changes and all that business. So, listen. Introducing our next guest, the Doctor, DrDisrespect, the two-time world champion, 1993 and 1994. Those were huge years in gaming. Competition has honestly been off since that year. I just threw my phone. It was making sound. It displeased me. Do you see this shit? It's infectious. I'm turning into a monster.
Seriously. That didn't take too long.
I love it. Jesus. He's the most ruthless competitor in the online gaming community. Less notably, however, he's also a Twitch streamer that has exploded in popularity. Frankly, he's captivated my heart and mind with his violent speed, athleticism, and momentum. When I started watching him stream, he would joke that he was 6'8" with a 37-inch vertical leap. But seeing him, he is actually 6'8", and it's fucking terrifying. What else was he telling the truth about, I wonder? But in actuality, I do think that he is someone who has elevated the genre of streaming. Like, until now, I haven't experienced a Twitch streamer who's done quite what he's done on Twitch, which has turned it more into a performance art, but also being a pro gamer. He's someone who I respect and appreciate, and I am also going to take him out because I'm the 3-time, and I'm the prof, and I'm here to profize the end of the doc. Dan, bring this coward in. Bring this coward in. Look at this coward.
The 2-time.
Oh, shit.
Look at this coward.
The 2-time. Why are you calling me?
Have a seat. Because I'm the 3-time.
What, the 3-time at what?
3-time world champ every year. 97, 98, 99. You don't know me?
I'm the 2-time.
The prof.
I'm the 2-time.
Yeah, I'm the 3-time, dude.
Yeah, Minecraft casual gaming, okay?
First of all, I have a castle in Minecraft. If my bullies didn't come into my server and tear it down, you would have been in awe. I replicated the TNG Enterprise in Minecraft, and you're going to shit on that? That's why they call me the 3-time.
I did bring you some collector item T-shirts, and I don't know if I even want to hand them to you now.
I'll take it.
Okay, that's...
I don't like that at all. But now you got a fangirl? Now you got a fangirl?
Take a look at those. Take a look at them.
Frankly, I can't see. I'm gonna put these down.
You can't see in the Google prototype scopes. What version of those?
These are some early stage. Okay.
Okay.
What do we got here?
That's an eagle flying into another dream, into another world.
There's a lot of levels.
A lot of levels. Depth.
There's depth there. Okay. Woo. What else we got?
It's the same.
2 times.
It's the same.
Back to back. Hey, what is that? Too big for you? Size medium. Okay.
And it's the same one.
Same one.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, have a seat, please. God bless you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank
Just
you
a little bit of meme. I do appreciate that, by the way. I didn't mean to disrespect you by throwing that. Where can people
Who
get this?
sat in this chair last time?
No, that's where we have it. I set that for all of our guests.
Huh. This is a professional setup.
Yeah, this is where we do it.
I'm impressed.
Thanks, man.
Thank
you. So listen, that's what I was saying. Like when I first watched your stream, you were like, I'm 6'8", right? And I'm like, well, this guy's a fucking comedian, right? Like, who's 6'8"? And now that I see that you're 6'8", I'm like, what else wasn't he kidding about?
The steroid needles that I plant in my thighs every single day before I go live. Okay?
Not a joke.
Not a joke. 37-inch vertical leap, not a joke.
Right.
1990 Lamborghini Diablo VT, parked in my garage. People say, why don't you ever take it out? Why don't you do a vlog? Because it's a collector's item, right? Like, I'm not going to put too many miles on it.
Sure.
So you're never going to see it.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I can keep going on and on and on, but, you know, everything is authentic.
Sure. Well, I had an idea. I want to, are you up? Because I wanted to actually gauge your vertical leap. We have a camera out there.
Really?
Yeah.
I might stretch. I might need to stretch out.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we go out there and do this?
Yeah, we get dynamic stretching.
I know. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
All right, Dan, grab this camera. We're doing the leap. So we are here today. I can hear myself. Welcome, everybody. For Christ's sake. Welcome to the 3-time World Jumping Vertical Championship. Whoa, got kicks all over the place. So we are here with the doc, Dr. Disrespect. We are putting that 72-inch vertical leap to the test.
37-inch vertical leap.
72 inches. I want you watch One Punch Man? There's this one scene where he jumps to the top of the gymnasium and his head goes through and his body's dangling from the bottom. So that's what I'd like to see. Okay. Yeah, all right, let's see. Yep, let's see.
Right there? Is that what we're... Well, wait a minute. I don't have a receding hairline. It's just... Hold on a second. Hold on. There we go. We're still looking good, right? That was powerful. I mean, that was like, what, 20? I mean, I'd even fully jump up.
Ike, yeah. There, I think we're good. We got it. We got it. We got it. Can we get some round of applause, everybody? All right, yeah. Everything he says is real, my friends. It's all real. Okay, let's head back to the let's get back to the table. Let's go. Woo. Wow, that was exhilarating. All right, well here, man. All right. Thank you so much for that display of athleticism.
Absolutely. Felt good.
I'm exhilarated.
I wish this was a gin and tonic.
We have.
We could have that for you.
Listen, how do you play with glasses on all day?
I just close my eyes.
You just, it's on sense.
Yeah, it's just, it's all sensory. It's
Right.
all audio, sensory.
Right.
And then sometimes when I do open my eyes, guess what? I'm in a top 10 situation. Let me go ahead and try and win this game.
Right,
Right.
sure.
But that is a common question that I get all the time. And if I, you know what, let's just be straight up honest. I can't see shit. Okay.
Really?
But Google's working on some new prototype scopes with built-in LCD, LED, 1080p, 3D,
Right.
Sony technology built all into it, right? Upgraded edition.
So what you're looking at is a little screen.
Yeah.
That just it projects what's outside.
Exactly. Yeah.
Seems a little counterintuitive, but hey, it's Google.
Yeah, and between you and I, aim assist,
You're under like RoboCop.
speed hacks, and stuff like that.
Yes. Cool. Listen, do you hate this question? Do you have tall guy problems?
Do I have tall guy problems?
Because you're probably one of the tallest people I've ever met.
Yeah.
Tall guy problems is a real thing, right?
It is. It is. I mean, I sat in Ferraris, can't fit in them. I've sat in Bugattis, cannot fit in them. Right? Like, I mean, this is, problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, the Lamborghini Diablo VT was the one. And ever since then, it's just little low-hanging fruit, shoe sizes, shirt sizes, etc. But when you wear athletic mock turtlenecks like me,
Yeah.
Spandex material, stretchy, not a problem.
Right. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't have any of those problems, but that's good to know that you've sorted them.
I love the headband.
Thank you so much.
The gloves I do not like.
Yeah, just kind of improvised.
Okay.
It says crunch time though. It's kind of inspiring, right?
Have you ever thrown a football?
Yeah, a couple times with my old man.
Okay.
You play football? You're an athlete, right?
I'm an athlete. Yeah.
What do you?
I'm I'm literally God's gift to gaming. And
Right.
One of those features is athleticism.
Okay.
75 yards, easy throw. Not a
Sure.
problem.
75 yards, that's like the whole thing.
That's almost the whole field.
Right.
Yeah. Like, there's people that need to kick off, like I just throw the football.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool that you just decided to play games and not play that professionally.
Yeah, the money's where the games are at.
Right.
Like,
the money's on Twitch.
The money's on Twitch.
Yeah, not in the NFL.
Not in the NFL.
Yeah, those guys are sorely
They're-
underpaid.
Big time.
Well, first of all, before we get too deep into the nitty gritty, I want to wish you a happy October 27th. Because today, you may
Yeah.
not realize it's kind of a special day. You've got the new
Happy birthday!
No,
No?
other things. But I like
Uh-oh.
where your head's at.
Okay.
You're predictive. That's what makes a good gamer.
Okay.
Not that, though. I was going to say the new Mario comes out today. Did I say that right? I feel like I had a stroke.
No, yeah.
But it sounds... I'm good, right?
You're fine.
Comes
Okay.
out today.
The new Mario comes out today. The new Stranger Things Season 2 comes out today. And the iPhone X all come out today. My question, which one are you most excited for?
I'm going to have to go with Stranger Things.
Nice.
Interesting.
Simply because the soundtrack, it's always played on the stream.
That's true. it is right up your alley.
That new retro wave,
Yeah. Right, you're bringing me there.
I mean, we could have gone deeper with it.
I feel like you should. I feel like I'm sad that you stopped there.
Yeah.
We got to get Dan. Can we get a recording of this and put it in the mixer, and we can do some work with that?
Okay.
Why aren't you? Did you work on the soundtrack?
I
in
did.
Season 2?
I did. Yeah.
It's just you going.
Yeah. It's coming soon.
It's gonna be
The
insane.
LP, yeah.
Are you a fan of the show? You just like
I
the
am.
music?
I'm a fan of the season 1. Liked season 1. I didn't like the fact that I had to wait a full entire year.
That's what really
Right.
sucks about following. Because I'm a guy. I stream my shows. I don't. Only until recently did I have cable money. Right. That's a new thing for me.
Yeah.
I'm doing very well. Right.
Yeah.
But waiting a whole year is just how do people do it?
I don't know. And then when you get it a year later, you watch it in one day.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
Let's
wait another year.
That's one of the things that Netflix does that I hate and love both. It's like, yeah, we'll drop House of Cards all in one day, and then you have nothing to live for a whole year. Thanks
Exactly.
for doing that.
Yeah. Have you seen any of the reviews on it yet?
Are they out?
No.
I don't know. It's out, right?
I think
people
it
can
comes
watch
out
it.
this evening.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
I think.
Wait,
I think.
What?
Yeah.
Dan or Ian, is that available to watch right now?
I
Can you
think
chime
some
in here?
people have watched it already.
Ooh,
Is it out right now?
I'm
All right, guys. Thanks for having
out
me.
now. It's out now.
We have confirmation. It is out.
It is out.
Let's end the show.
Do some research on reviews.
What are we
okay?
all doing?
Let us know if we should be hyped. I hate reviews though, but
I hate reading reviews. I don't know anything about these people. Well, gosh darn it. The season 1 started off real hot with episode 1. And it was great. They recapped
Right.
this. Listen, who are you? Right?
Right.
Who the hell are you?
Yeah. Do you have critics?
I have a lot of critics. Yeah.
Do they sound like that as well? 94%
Absolutely.
on Rotten Tomato, by the way.
So what is it?
94%.
Woo. Good news.
It's pretty good. But what do your critics say about you?
I don't have any critics. Everyone just agrees that I'm the best. You know what I mean? Like, everyone just agrees that I have the best shot in the game, that I'm the best sniper on Battlegrounds, the game that I stream on a daily basis. Like, everyone just believes that I'm the best looking streamer on Twitch.
Right.
Really no critics.
Right, okay.
I don't know. I think I'm kind of perfect. to be
Okay, that's
honest.
fair.
Yeah.
That must be nice.
Yeah.
Well, unlike you, Stranger Things does have some critics, apparently 6% of them, who didn't like it. But that first show was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really surprised me. Netflix is coming out with some powerful swings. You got like spooky alien ships in the trailer.
Oh.
Never heard of it.
Jesus Christ. It's going to be a tough interview. All right.
Have you seen the new, what's that movie that everyone loves, but I'm getting actually a lot of criticism for my remarks regarding it, the Blade Runner.
Yeah. What did you think about it?
I thought I wasn't impressed.
Tell me the truth.
Okay.
I wasn't impressed because it started off like this. Wow. Okay, I'm into this. I'm digging it. And then it just went flatline for me consistently all the way through the movie.
I got it. We've been kind of keeping this as a secret.
I'm afraid to express that
That's what
opinion.
we thought
I
as
hated
well.
it.
Yeah.
You know why I hated it? When you see a movie like that that promises so much, and
Yes.
it's the successor to so much, you expect great things. And everybody's sucking its dick about, oh my God, it's changed my life. I had an emotional revelation. It was boring. Nothing happened, dude. I was promised more. I agree with you, and thank you for saying that.
Yeah. The Twitter feed blew up, and I heard about it for weeks and weeks, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to the Cineopolis Theater where you can grab 3 or 4 gin and tonics and a steak dinner and sit in a recliner, leather recliner, anywhere you want in the theater and spend $30, $40, $50 on a full night.
Right.
And that's what I did. Halfway through the movie, I was...
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed. Visually, it was nice. Okay.
Yeah, visually it was awesome, but it really just, and then like it's weird that people liked it so much because I feel like in this day and age, it's very, I like artistic films, but this was artistic in a way that didn't do anything for me. I don't want to give away the.
Seriously, we had to keep this a secret until now. This is the first time we're saying.
Thanks for giving me the confidence to open up about that. I appreciate that a lot. It means a lot to me.
Are you a Nicholas Winding? What's his name? Nicholas Winding Ring. He's the director of Driver.
Refn.
What's his name?
What was that, Dan?
Refn, I think is his last
Refn.
name.
Driver.
Yeah, the Drive, not
The
Drive.
Drive. I'm
I
not
was way
familiar
off
with
on
him.
everything.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
Just
With that guy.
Drive, Valhalla Rising. Anyways, very artistical.
What do you think about the guy?
Awesome. He's one of my favorite
Okay.
directors. And he has a very, that movie had a very similar style to the way he directs. But I feel like it just wasn't pulled off at that level of artistical ability.
Right. You know, I don't want to give away the twist of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it. I thought it was a bunch of BS. And I'd like to explain that in further detail, but I have too much respect for you guys at home. But that being said, get out now. Listen, you are famous. By the way, you're not excited for Mario? Can I go back to that? I mean, that's kind of sick.
Nintendo? I mean, listen, I deal with high-level first-person shooter, high-skill, open-world, interactive, apocalyptic arenas where you got to be the last guy alive and you have to kill, demolish everyone that gets
Mario's
in your way.
got a hat that he throws at frogs and becomes a frog. Do you want to talk about competitive gaming on the highest level? Try getting into the body of a Tyrannosaurus Rex as Mario, as he saves Peach from literally being raped by a giant fucking lizard. The stakes couldn't be higher.
Okay, I'll reconsider. Okay? Now that you put it that way, I might reconsider. Yeah.
Thank you. We're getting through. There's a lot. I feel like we're having some real...
There's a connection.
Breakthroughs, yeah.
Except for that haircut, yeah.
Listen, I'm growing it out, all right?
Ponytail? Or ducktail?
I was thinking, what do you call these? What do you call
What
these?
do you call that?
Why is that?
Ponytails?
Curly sideburns, but they're not sideburns. They're
No, what the fuck?
What did you say, Dan?
Are you talking about pigtails?
Pigtails, right? That's
You
what
said
it is.
ponytail.
Pigtails
Okay,
would be up here.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want
okay.
pigtails.
Yeah,
That's tough, right?
Yeah.
That'd be
tough.
good. So you are famously the blockbuster video game champion of 93 and 94, correct?
2 times.
2 times.
Yeah, not 1 year and then 6, 7 years later.
Back to back.
Back to back, consecutive.
So can you tell us a little bit about those 2 years? How did you overcome it? What games were you victorious in? Bring me back there. And tell me
Sure,
about your glory
absolutely.
days.
Obviously, it starts at a local store.
Right. What was it? What kind of store was it?
Just a local blockbuster store on the
We're all
corner.
good. We're all good. Epics begin.
And just demolished. Sega Genesis all the way through to the end. Second year, it's when they actually had a location and a finish line. My finish line was Marine World in front of the Killer Whale exhibit. That's where the finals were played.
Finish line?
The finish line, meaning the end of the tournament. Meaning that's the grand stage, the championship stage. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And so, we played NBA Jam, Judge Dredd, Sonic the Hedgehog. Good old classics. Yeah, yeah.
So you had to not just be a pro on one game. You had to be multi-talented. This was a triathlon.
This was a triathlon.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then they had 250 tube TVs lined up.
Squares. Because they didn't have...
On a whole bunch
they didn't
of...
have wide back then.
No. Yeah. And a little known fact, anybody that... Because the last game that was played in the championship, NBA Jam, anybody, if anybody knows that if you play NBA Jam by yourself, it doesn't switch at halftime, meaning the direction that you play the game.
Mm-hmm.
So you're always trained to go right, and when you go left, all the controls are actually reversed.
That's a little wacky.
And so in the championships, that was the big sort of dilemma: is that who gets the second, who gets to be first player, who gets to be second player. And so that's where I worked my magic.
So
I knew this.
Right.
I stayed at first player all the way through to the finish line.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was the edge.
And that was the end. That was the edge, and that was the end. Trophy in the room. I don't talk about it. It's under wraps.
So it wasn't necessarily a skill victory. It was more like a hold down P1 victory?
It's a skill victory. Let's not try to downgrade.
Okay,
this,
I know. I'm just trying to understand, trying to get the facts straight.
Yeah.
This is a historical moment.
Yeah.
I mean, JFK they just cleared all the documents for that, and so I feel like this is something similar.
How did that go? Is that
Apparently
public yet?
somebody killed him. That was all in the documents. Somebody killed him.
Okay.
Some guy had a gun and he shot him. I was like, wow.
The truth is out there.
Man. Actually, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't trust anyone on the internet. You've got like people on R. Donald, people on R. Conspiracy, people on like socialism, all like picking little berries.
Yeah.
Apparently there was 2 shooters. Apparently, I don't even know how it's related, but the CIA was like, doing some shit somewhere.
You kind of look like you could have been
I'm
a
sorry.
shooter with this outfit.
I'm the one-time JFK assassin. NSA. That's a joke. I have no intention of assassinating any presidents, living or dead. Sometimes you just got to clear the air, though. I don't know. What do you think happened at JFK?
I don't know, but did you know the moon's made out of metal?
That's probably technically true, right?
That's what I've heard. I've heard they record sound waves.
Who told you that?
I watch a lot of Ancient Aliens.
Yeah, right. Yeah. History Channel.
Exactly.
Is that where it is?
Yes.
They're like, I watch, you don't even need to say that. I watch a lot of History Channel. That sounds credible.
Yeah. It's 100%. The moon is made out of metal.
Okay, so, expand on that.
I had a few gin and tonics when I was watching this episode. Let's see if I can remember. I believe they found out, or they're theorizing that based on when they lifted off from the moon and they shot their rockets off to lift off, they recorded the reverberations or the sound waves when those rockets landed back onto the moon. And the frequency in which they received was like something absolutely crazy.
Sure.
And like, there's no way that they could, if it was a solid rock or whatever the material is, there's no way it would have gave off that frequency. And they think it's something like either it's like solid metal or hollow in the inside, and the outside is Anyways.
Is it one of these guys, the guy with the hair who's doing this? I see him a
this
lot.
guy.
Was that the guy?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, way up here.
So, but basically the moon is real. Because I've heard conspiracy theories, people say, is the moon real at all? So
Define real.
You're not taking it that far. Does it exist, or is it just...
I think it exists. I just think it's not
lamp.
I think
It's a lamp.
It's a lamp.
The moon is a lamp. Have you gone that deep?
I think the moon is an artificial element floating above the earth.
I think we can all get down with that.
Yeah.
Let's make a fucking show about it.
Yeah. Ancient Aliens. I'm telling you.
I feel like anyone's qualified to appear on that show, by the way. Just some fucking guy like, listen, trust me, the pyramids, impossible to build. What are your credentials? I own a car wash. Anyway, listen, I'm kind of a video game champion too. I mean, my glory story after hearing yours. It all started at Blockbuster. Okay, not that glorious. So we don't scoff until you hear the story. Okay. Mario Kart 64 Double Dash. Not 64, sorry, GameCube.
Okay.
You ever played that?
No.
Most competitive game ever made.
Double Dash?
Yeah, twice as competitive.
Really?
Twice the speed and adrenaline.
Okay.
Me and my friends used to play this game nonstop, 10 hours every day in college. I literally failed out of college and had to do a 5-year because of this game. Dedication, 1.
Okay.
2, first ever tournament at my college, UCSC, host 2000s at our cafeteria. Not as glorious as a Blockbuster, but people eat, they drink there. A lot of stuff goes on. Hundreds of people in there. People traveling from all across the state to compete in this Double Dash tournament. This one guy shows up with a camera crew. His fucking friend is filming him because he's so confident. He thinks he's the best. Okay. There's four of us who are pro. This is all we care about. The friend who's the worst. He's a little slow. I think he had a birth defect. He's the worst of all of us. This guy with the camera comes up against him first. Our friend with like Down syndrome or whatever creams him. Guy, he turns off the camera. He's crying. And he leaves. Because this is our number 4. Creamed his ass. Of all the, like, I think there was like 500 people in that tournament. The last 4 people, all 4 of us in the finals. Guess who won?
I'm thinking maybe you.
It was the friend with Asperger's. He was on like a Rain Man level, actually.
Okay.
He was slow, but he was really good at the game.
Huh.
I got second, though.
So you didn't win?
No, I didn't win.
Okay.
But it was crazy. So, I mean, nobody could beat that guy.
Nobody.
He's like Rain Man. He's counting cards.
What year was this? Before or after 1993?
It was after, yeah. It was after that.
Okay.
Is that the golden day?
I mean,
the golden year?
I mean, that had to have been the first LAN tournament.
Right, yeah. So let me, what is, a lot of people on YouTube who watch this, who are just kind of like, hey, I'm a guy who listens to podcasts.
Yeah.
May not know what Twitch is or what a Twitch streamer is.
Mm-hmm.
It's very unique. Like, people are starting to understand, like, what YouTube is, what YouTubers are, but Twitch is still more underground, I'd say. One of the part of the reasons why I like it and respect what you do so much is that you're elevating it. And I think that you can reach, like, for example, my brother-in-law, who's a 45-year-old high school teacher, is a huge fan of yours.
Perfect.
Doesn't even game.
And he's learning a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the amazing part.
So what does it mean to you? What makes a good Twitch streamer?
What makes a good Twitch streamer?
Yeah.
Have you ever had anybody from Twitch on your show, by the way? If you don't mind me.
We had not really. We had like Total Biscuit, but he's like a podcast guy.
I guess the question I was asking is, have you ever had the face of Twitch on your podcast?
No.
No.
Yeah.
So we have some high-level knowledge to talk about.
Yeah, tell me everything.
Yeah. What you need is, obviously, you need to be good-looking.
Okay.
Okay, number 1. If you're not good-looking, people aren't going to be, they don't want to stare at you for 6 or 8 hours, right? Like, that's just the fact. So thank God I'm blessed with good looks.
Right.
That's number 1. Number 2, you got to be an extraordinarily high-level gamer. I mean, out of this world where people are jaw-dropping every time they're watching you do 360 snipes in a 1v1 situation to win the game. They go, God damn, I'm so glad I am subscribed to this guy and his channel.
Right.
Right. So you got to be an incredible gamer. Number 3. Number 3. I mean, everything else just sort of compiles, right? Like I show off the arena. I give you, like, you have to be open, right? You have to be open. You have to be able to, like, understand, hey, I could show you the inside of my bedroom, right? I give people a glimpse inside my bedroom. You know, I'll dance in front of my king-size water bed after I win a game, right? So that's number 1.
Water bed.
I have an arena.
You were really in the 80s, man. I love it.
Hey, have you ever... It's like this at night. That's what it is.
That does look nice.
Oh, man, it feels so good.
That looks
too.
really nice.
Yeah.
I want to do that at night.
Yeah. I recommend a waterbed, by the way. Yeah, it's pretty.
Do they sell those still?
I don't know. I've had mine for
eBay
25 plus years.
Wow.
Okay.
Surprised that thing's not leaking.
No, it's salt water, water, and it takes care of the inside. I don't know. It's scientific stuff. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
But what makes, you have to just be charismatic, I think. You have to be able to just understand I think you have to be able to cater to a wide spectrum of people. A lot of people really get into the niche of, hey, I'm a gamer, I'm a first-person shooter, I'm good at it, and I can kind of communicate with my chat, and then I'll say the F word every couple seconds and just bullshit and sit in front of the camera. And then there's other people that take it a little bit farther, right? Like they cater to the wider spectrum of their demographic. I've got parents sitting in my chat, and I know that I'm on their big screen, and they got a 2 or 3-year-old right there in front of them.
Yeah, that's thought. I mean, there's.
So I can't be going like F this and F you and but at the same time I could still be me, the dominator.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
So I think that's important. So I think you have to just, as a streamer, you have to recognize, like, what is your thing, and how can you carry that thing over a large demographic of people. Like, and you know, I don't have the magical answer, but that's.
Well, you were streaming and making videos. Like, I mean, I was looking at your channel back like day one YouTube. You were
7 years ago.
7 years ago, DrDisrespect existed on YouTube. And were you Twitch streaming? Are you streaming back then?
No,
too?
I was on YouTube. I straight up YouTube. We would
some sketches
that would lead into gameplay, and
Right.
then I'd commentate over the gameplay. That was the concept.
Did you ever stream before? Like, because I know you took a hiatus and then you came back.
Yeah. I've never. No. We started about a year and a half ago back on streaming.
Okay.
But the absence between that and YouTube was what, 5-6 years or something. Like seriously, consistently putting out videos.
So what made you think that, like, most people are like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
What made you want to go from YouTube to Twitch?
I think part of it was the fact that I knew I had to have a lot more resources in order to do YouTube stuff. You know, it's a little bit higher production. At that time, I was just blessed to be around some good friends that we always had a camera around us, and then, you know, we could just shoot at all times, and I could just cut it up, throw it up on YouTube. Boom, we got something. Now it's, you know, everyone's got a little bit, you know, there are different directions in life, and, you know, I sort of found myself like, how can I do everything myself? And Twitch, it's pretty easy to do that because all you got to do is just set up your whole setup at home and do your thing, and then just handle it yourself.
So how do you explain? Because on Twitch, your success has been almost like meteoric.
Whoa, I like that word.
Is that a word? Meteoric?
Yeah.
You were like a fucking meteor down to this planet. I mean, for me, your name just started popping up everywhere, and I started watching you, and I was like, man, this guy's a pretty cool guy. What happened? Like, did you really explode out of nowhere, or did I just miss something? I mean, PUBG, right, was a big turning stone for you?
I think H1Z1.
Okay.
I started with H1Z1, and that was when that game was really, you know, kicking off. But, you know, those devs, I don't know what the hell they're doing with the game now. But I was riding that wave, and I think that the pace of that game, the speed, the violence, the momentum, you know, associated with that game, and being able to talk proximity chat,
right.
You know, being able to talk to a guy in real time as you're fighting him, really showcase, you know, the personality or the character of the doc, you know.
Right.
And so we just kind of ran with, so H1Z1 is I'd say where it started, and then, you know, we were lucky enough to have another Battle Royale game come on, and, you know, it's at the level of where it's at, so we're just sort of riding the wave.
Right.
Yeah.
The Battle Royale wave.
The Battle Royale wave.
Is PUBG just like, as far as I can tell, it's like the same game, more or less, isn't it? Or made by the same guy?
Same person who's, the concept, the high-level concept of the game. Yeah.
Is PUBG overrated? What do you think?
Is PUBG overrated? From a design standpoint, no. I think the design is fantastic. You know, you put in another map, you put in some additional content with the game, the shelf life there is no limit to the shelf life. The problem with the shelf life right now is the ability of the studio to get it to a level where we're not dealing with desync and lag issues like a AAA game.
I feel like it's been forever.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Like, since I started playing the game months ago, the game in September had sold 10 million copies. You're looking at 300 million in Revo.
Yeah.
And that's in September. And that's beta, right? And since
pre-alpha. I don't know what is the terminology these days.
Yeah, no, it's all
launch
bullshit.
the game and let it be finished and just support it.
Right. I played Dota for like years, and that game was in beta for like 3 years. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, it's not in beta anymore. I'm like, what is it? Yeah, what does it mean?
Yeah.
But what do they need to do? Because I feel like nothing's changing in that game, and I'm frankly getting bored of playing it with all these issues.
Yeah. I mean, again, they just need to optimize it.
They got all the money in the world. Is that not enough?
I think it's basically, I think it comes down to industry talent, engineering talent. I mean, this is just me talking, like from my experience in being in the industry. I think they probably need a little bit more engineers. They're working their resources around because they are getting close to launching Xbox. So I'm sure they've shifted a lot of the resources to get ready for that launch.
Right.
Again, I'm not an official representative of the studio, so I have no idea, but this is just sort of me talking out loud. So I think they're sort of prioritizing where the resources need to be at the moment, and I think they're starting to understand some of the feedback the community is giving them. And so I think they're starting to shift the resources back onto, how do we get this game optimized? How do we get it?
It sounds like you're relatively forgiving of the company. Although I've seen you rage quite a bit at it.
I am not forgiving them. They understand exactly
right
how I feel.
Right, okay.
Yeah, on a daily basis. Okay?
Good. Well, you could go back because you said your knowledge on the industry, because there was that 5-year gap we were talking about. You were actually working for Sledgehammer Games, right?
I built half the maps for Call of Duty
that's
Advanced
incredible.
Warfare. I know. I get it. I get it. It's incredible.
How was that? Like, genuinely?
Genuinely, I loved it. Okay, so I love the creative side of things. I loved it. It was a fix for me on a daily basis to go there and just head down and just design stuff and get feedback and work with artists and do design meetings and play tests, and I get to talk to the creative directors and leads, and we'd formulate like strategies on map release. Like, it was just to be able to work on Call of Duty, one of the biggest AAA games.
Yeah.
Like, it was a in a sense it was a privilege, right? But me as a person, I just couldn't. Like, I don't deal with politics very well. I just don't. Like, that's probably a weakness.
Corporate
communication and politics and stuff like that. And ultimately, that's on me. For
did something happen at work where you were just like, I can't do this anymore? Or was it just?
It was just over time. It was one of those things where it's like, okay, I kind of want to do something else.
Yeah.
To a certain extent.
I mean, I understand that.
Yeah.
I actually had a desk job for 5 years, same amount of time. I didn't love it necessarily, but it grinds on you, right? You felt that even though you still loved the job.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I miss it too. I miss getting my hands dirty and building stuff. And
you ever want to make your own game?
That's an idea that's been tossed around a lot. Yeah. It just depends on how all the pieces fall into place. Like budget. Who am I working with? Like,
yeah.
Because you certainly want some very trustworthy partners that know what they're doing, a lot of industry experience, and you want talent too, right?
Yeah,
like
for sure.
from the engineering talent to creative guys to people that can run the studio correctly and everything. Like, you kind of need to.
No, that stuff's so important. We're learning from kind of running our own operational smaller scale. It's like the people. It's just it all comes down to finding good people. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter how much experience they have, or I mean, it does, but like. Just I don't know. Some people are just you can do it.
Yeah.
Listen.
Why do you want to design a game? What are you thinking?
You
call it YouTube personalities?
No, I don't.
No. Okay.
Yeah, not really. We have a mobile game that we're working on.
Yeah,
kind
we
of cool.
do.
Top secret stuff.
Ooh.
But I'll tell you all about it.
Oh, okay. Live right now.
Yeah, right now. I don't care. I'll tell you.
Okay.
I wonder if they'll get angry. Who's gonna develop it faster? We've already been working on it. It probably will never be made.
What's the concept?
I'm not going to talk about it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm not going to talk about it. It's going to be awful. You'll be surprised. It's going to be awful. Let's take a brief break to thank our sponsors. We've got a lot of goofs left. We're going to take some calls from fans live.
Whoa.
Yeah. We've got the technology.
Okay.
Well,
these things on?
Yeah, we'll pipe those in. They're not on the phone yet.
Okay. Hold on a sec. Yeah. I know. All right, well, where did I park the Lambo? Well, why is it being towed? Okay, just go ahead and handle it. Yeah. Okay, sorry about
good.
that. Yeah.
No worries. So, brief thank you to our sponsors, and we will be back with the doc. Stay tuned. Thank you to Jigsaw, the positively spookiest film of the year, coming out today, October 27th, for sponsoring this episode of the H3 Podcast and helping us out on H3 to fulfill our dreams of making the God Vape. These guys are awesome. It was a joy and a pleasure working with them. So if you're up for a good spook this Halloween season, head on to the theaters and enjoy a little bit of Jigsaw. God bless you. It's hot. It's spicy. See the movie. I actually need that. Excuse me. And thank you to HelloFresh. HelloFresh is a company that makes cooking great and fun. For me, it's a hassle. You create pans. You got to go shopping. You got to choose. Oh, is this cilantro fresh? Who can tell? I didn't go to culinary school. HelloFresh decides for me. They send me the cilantro and the ingredients and everything. It's a joy. They send it all to you, and you cook it. It's delicious every time, and you're done. That's the joy of HelloFresh. Back me up, Hila.
Backing you up.
Thank you. I was, wow. Listen, it's delivered right to your door in an insulated, recycled package and it's refrigerated as well. They got 3 plans to choose from. You got classic, you got veggie, you got family, meat, fish, seasonal produce. Me and Hila, we have a lot of fun. We cook it at home. We say, hey, it's HelloFresh night.
It's delivered to your house in a box with ice.
Come on.
You don't need to be there to accept it.
You know what I say when it arrives at the door? I go, hello, fresh. Listen, my friends, go to HelloFresh and use the code H3Podcast to get $30 off your first week of deliveries. All right? Listen, you're not going to spend all night in the kitchen making recipes for 30 minutes. There's lots of one-pot recipes, seriously speedy cooking and minimal cleanup. Each week, there's even a 20-minute meal on the classic menu. So do us a favor. Feed yourself. Good for once. Eat a nice meal. Your mom will be happy. Get $30 off your first weeks of deliveries by going to HelloFresh.com and use the code H3Podcast. Thank you to them. And we've got Quip. I love Quip. They make this snazzy, tubular, vibrating toothbrush. It's a tube, and it's very great. Listen, here's something to chew on. Many recent studies suggest that having good oral health impacts your overall health. That means that if you don't take good care of your mouth and your mouth goes to decay and shit, well, you're going to have a lot of other problems. But apparently that can cause your liver to fail. And also, I've read that people they'll die.
I believe that.
You skip brushing, you die.
Yeah.
And the good thing about Quip is that it makes skipping brushing difficult because it's such a joy using this product. It's an electric toothbrush that packs premium vibration and timer features into ultra slim design. And it's half the cost of bulkier brushes. It's basically like Apple designed a toothbrush. Again, you know.
It's got the same color schemes, same kind of...
I guess what they mean is like slick, simplistic design. But to me, Apple is just like marked up 3 times past its value. That's not the case here. It's like the opposite. So it should be the anti-Apple of design.
I don't think most people think about that when they think Apple.
I have a problem. I have an actual problem with Apple. I'm not a fan. But listen, you can subscribe to receive a new brush head on a dentist recommended 3-month plan for just $5, including free shipping. I shouldn't drink Diet Coke before doing this. I got burps. Quip is backed by leading dentists and was named one of Time magazine's best inventions of 2016. And they won 2016 GQ Grooming Award. Made it on Oprah on her O list. Her O list. Her name's Oprah, and she's got an O list.
It's like the O, like the letter O.
You know what else?
She's got the O list.
Yeah, exactly. And on the mouth, it's like, but you know what else the Quip can make you do with the O? It can give you an O face.
What is that?
Quip starts at just $25.
It's like a YouTube thumbnail. You're like.
It's like some people have described it as being orgasmic, an O face.
Okay.
Because you enjoy the brushing so much, and not because it resembles a sex toy in any way. But it's nice that, you know, multiple applications is good for most, I would say. Right now, you guys want to see this thing? That's the O face. And it works here. Great. So good. Like that. Okay.
I think they know how to brush.
It's just vibrating tube, man. It's killer. Right now, go to quip.com/H3 and get your first refill pack free with a Quip electric toothbrush. That's your first free refill at getquip.com/H3. And finally, my friends, this is an incredible product, Stitch Fix Men. If you're like a lot of guys, you probably think of a million things you'd rather be doing than shopping for clothes. Loser, get real. Between the parking and the crowds at the mall and the endless browsing and lack of advice online, it's enough to make you want to rock the same t-shirt and jeans, but you can't. So let me tell you about Stitch Fix Men. They're reimagining how to find and buy clothes, and you never even have to leave your house. It's that easy.
It's like an imaginary girlfriend.
It's your virtual mom.
They pick up clothes for you.
It's wonderful.
They buy it.
It's an incredible service. I don't think that it includes sexual favors.
No.
I don't think that sex is included, or companionship, or love, or tender, warm body to hold at night. But they'll dress you, and that's halfway there. And that's how you get the tender, warm body. So listen up. Your personal stylist then gets to work hand-picking new clothes for you based on your style and budget. 5 items are delivered right to your door. You try them on at home, and you only pay for what you keep. Shipping's free both ways, so anything you don't want, you just send it back, my friends. Exchanges are always free, too. You can get your fix monthly, quarterly, or whenever you feel like it. There's no subscription required. It's easy. The shipping is free. Why not give them a try? I promise you'll be hooked. You go to the website, you take a quiz. They say, hey, you like this? You like that? And they're like, oh, my God, all of a sudden, you're looking fresh. Get this. HelloFresh, you're going to get a date. This is the beginning of the rest of your life. Get started now at stitchfix.com/H3, and you'll get 25% off when you keep all 5 items in your box. That's stitchfix.com. Listen up, /H3 to get started today. All right? Thank you to our gracious, lovely sponsors for helping support us. If you are in the market for any of those, please consider supporting them to help support the show. With that being said, let's get right back into the Disrespect with the Doc. All right. Everything good out there, Dan? Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for the patience. We're about to get started. Is this thing... Oh, shit. All right. Is this a problem, or... Should I just hold this, Dan?
Now you got to work on your biceps. Just curl it up.
Hold on, I got you.
Hey, bear with us, guys. A little technical issue here.
Squeeze that in. Tighten that. There, you good?
Yep. Oh, I mean, it's a little loosey-goosey, but it should get me through.
You're just too powerful, dude.
It's this outfit, man.
Yeah.
It gives
I'm
you
telling
strength, right?
Yeah. I usually break a mic a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Keyboards. I've seen you breaking keyboards.
Keyboards, headbutting, monitors.
I love it. It's in the budget. It's in
You
the
just,
company
just
budget.
write it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reason for purchase? Headbutted.
Headbutted.
That's the note to the accountant.
Careful with those keyboards with the steel plating on the bottom.
Yeah.
Whew.
Ow. Good note.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yep.
All right. Well, should I do a start in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
We'll
right.
cut this.
These glasses are just actually I can't wear these. There's stickers on the front. Blocking vision.
Yeah.
It's our version of gamer glasses.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the H3 Podcast, live here with the Doc, Mr.
Two-time.
Mr. Disrespect. May I call you that?
Two-time.
Two-time? You prefer two-time?
Two-time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Glad we got that cleared up. Let's take some calls from the people, the good people out there. Let's take a call from Chicken Derby. Chicken Derby, talk to me and tell me what is good, my dog.
Hey, what's poppin'?
Hey, what's popping, dude?
Chicken.
Just wondering what you think of Fortnite. Like, can it compete with PUBG? Or will it stand the test of time?
Fortnite. What kind of game is Fortnite?
Fortnite's a battle royale game. But if Chicken wants to answer that, go ahead. Go, do your thing, baby.
Just a newer game. It's like a battle royale kind of thing.
Okay, so it's a clone. Can we call it a clone? Let's call it a clone. All right, clones. Thank you for your question, Chicken. Appreciate you. Papa bless you.
The dev team's not gonna like clone.
They're clones.
Okay. I'm just.
Do you have any stake in that? Thanks, man. Do you have any stake in Fortnite?
I don't.
You know those guys? They're
no.
clones.
Okay, the clones.
So anyway, what do you think about the game?
I think it's fantastic. I mean,
okay.
It's a game, obviously, number one, optimized. And that is why its popularity is just like
I should try it.
skyrocketing. Yeah, you'll love it.
If you like PUBG, you'll like Fortnite.
You'll love it because you're probably terrible at video games, and it's one of those games you can easily pick up, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan, can you bring in the GameCube, please, so we can get Double Dash on this television?
Double Dash, does that mean you have to do?
No, it means you can't. It means you're going to have to double dash to keep up with me.
Okay.
The one time.
All right.
But 3 times previously, 94, 5, and 6.
Oof. Okay. I believe you.
Back to anyway. So Fortnite's good.
Fortnite's great. I think this is the shelf life of the game. It's really early, so I don't know where the direction of where they're going to take the game. Right now, you got one map. It's easy to jump into. Everyone's loving it. It's an optimized game. They have skins that are coming out, Halloween skins. People are loving that. From a competitive standpoint, I don't know how competitive the game is, or can be, because there are tiered weapons, and whenever you introduce randomized tiered weapons,
interesting.
It becomes and I've talked about it on my stream before, and this is one of the reasons why I don't necessarily play it all the time. I just haven't gotten into it enough yet. But I'd hate to play a guy who's as good as me or as equal as me.
Yeah.
And he has the same weapon as me, but guess what? He has the gold weapon, and I have the silver weapon.
So they have, like, how do you get the gold weapon?
Random. It's random looting. Yeah. And to me, I mean, I've said it from day. I mean, I've been saying it for years, even working at Sledgehammer Games. And that's one thing that we did at Sledgehammer Games was eliminate any randomization in the game.
Okay, yeah, the randomization takes away from the competitive aspect.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, I see pro players, Call of Duty players playing Fortnite. Pro Halo players. I mean, just high level PC players playing the hell out of Fortnite, and I think it's because, again, it's optimized, it's fast paced, and it's fun.
Do you think that PUBG is a good competitive game?
It's competitive to in the sense that it has a certain level of depth to the gameplay, with scopes and leading and bullet lead and all that stuff, right? But there's still the element, like, and I talk about it too, and this is up for debate, is it's still randomized loot. Like, if I land at this house, I don't know what's going to be in the house.
Right. That is super annoying about the game. It's like sometimes you can just search a whole village.
Yeah.
And you.
Yeah.
Nada.
I think there should be. I think if Battlegrounds wants to take it to the level that they want to take it at, even from a commentating standpoint, like commentators, the problem I think with Battle Royale games is that the game starts off, everyone's flying in, right? And when they fly in, they land. As a commentator, what's the story that you're trying to tell? Well, the only story that you're really trying to tell is, okay, that's TSM, and they're on the south end. They're going to look at looting the military base. We'll see what comes of that. But
slow start.
It's slow start, and there's not much of a narrative to it.
Right.
But if you're to take a look at the fact that, like, hey, let's if there was set loot in this map, and everyone's landing down, and you see two teams going to an area, as a commentator, you have knowledge like, hey, there's where the sniper is, and there's a level 3 helmet there. You can actually spectate that and figure out which team gets that, acquires
and
that.
There's strategy in getting there.
Yes, and there's a narrative to talk about.
Sure. So I think it seems like they just need a completely different mode of playing to make it an actual high-level competitive game.
Yeah, yeah.
They should. I mean, that seems like within reason.
They should at least try it out.
Yeah, they should.
See how it's received.
So when I hear you describing what you think is a high-level competitive game, my mind goes to, like, CS:GO. Are you a fan of that game?
I'm a fan of CS:GO. Yeah. I'm a fan of CS:GO. I think the one thing with CS:GO for me, obviously, it's 15, 16-year-old game. I didn't personally grow up playing the hell out of it. I've actually recently got into playing.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you ever stream CS:GO?
I stream it once in a while now.
Are you good at it?
I'm the best sniper in the game.
Right, obviously, sure.
Yeah.
There's a little hesitation there, but
I'm the best.
We pulled
sniper.
it through.
Yeah.
Right.
I play the game just to get the op. That's it.
Right.
I'll go handgun. Finally, I could buy the op. Thank you.
So you're that guy.
I'm that guy.
I like that guy.
Yeah.
I'm that guy too. I had Total Biscuit on the previous episode. He was talking about competitive gaming too. And I think we agreed between the two of us that CS:GO might be the best competitive game ever made because it's been around for so long. It's still so heavily played, and it pretty much fits all the criteria you described of being like not random. There's a story to tell. There's certain places that everyone converges on.
Yeah, and I mean we haven't even talked about level design. That's a whole other world. Like,
yeah, that's your expertise, right?
Yeah, there's like systems, right? There's systems, there's player mechanics, and then there's like the actual level design aspect of a lot of games, right?
Do you think that level design is kind of like underappreciated?
I think so.
Of competitive.
I think level design it seemed like it was valued a long time ago. I mean, you saw Counter-Strike levels to this day are still same, but they're still like the best, right? Because they're so well balanced. And you look at old Halo maps, like Halo 2 maps, and and there's a reason why those old ones are starting to still be recreated, even with all the new Halos coming out or whatever. I just think I don't know why. But it seems like with the older maps, it seems like everything now is catering to the wrong reasons. Pacing of the game, being able to like right out of spawn, you're able to engage combat a lot quicker. So it's catering to a wider spectrum of people rather than like trying to introduce that skill gap.
So, but in like what game are you thinking of in particular that does that?
In terms of what?
Like one that. Like, are there new levels in CSGO that you think aren't as good as the old ones? And that it's just, like, catering to instant conflict?
Well, you see, I don't have too much experience with some of the new Counter-Strike DLC stuff that's come out. I think they're fun to play, but I don't know. I think the pacing and the knowledge of the old-school maps are very unique, right?
It is pretty interesting that, like, Dust... DE, Dust 2, all these maps have been played for so long.
Yeah.
And it really is interesting how, as a gamer, it's like if the map is good, you don't realize. It's like if the map designer is good, they don't get any praise. And if it sucks, they get shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the whole thing about God.
It's in a lot of stuff. When something is good, there's no complaining, so you don't think about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you played Cuphead?
I haven't. No.
Dude, if you want to get in on the most competitive cutting-edge games, Cuphead.
I only have a limited supply of monitors and keyboards at the command center.
Yeah, that makes sense. You'll break a lot playing that.
Probably.
All right, let's take another call. From the great and illustrious Ryan Gardner. Hello, what up? Speak to me.
How you doing?
Doing good. How are you, bud?
I'm doing great, thanks for asking. So what I wanted to ask was whether you thought there were any current or upcoming games that you see may have the potential to gain a lot of attention on Twitch or YouTube.
Great question.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Cheers, man. Appreciate it.
Great question, because I'm trying to find those games.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find those games. I had a lot of... here's the thing. And I think that's the dilemma of streaming on Twitch and the state of the industry itself is Destiny 2 is the perfect example. Fantastic AAA game, beautifully designed from the the PvE to the PvP aspects of the game. Like it feels good. It's there's a lot of depth. Destiny 2. I mean, it's amazing.
I actually haven't played it yet, but I want to try it.
PC.
Okay.
Do PC.
Yeah.
But the problem is it watchable? Is it a spectating thing? And from what I've seen on Twitch thus far, since it's launched a couple days ago, I'm not seeing...
People aren't watching.
They aren't watching. The enthusiasm isn't there as a spectator.
Right.
And it's very interesting. Like, what is that next game that is, that as a gamer, I want to play... And the streamers, the people that are watching.
It's got to be good for everyone.
It's going to be good for everyone.
So what is it about PUBG that is so exhilarating to watch? Because I almost don't even understand the success of the game.
I don't think there's the exhilaration of watching. I think it's more of the narrative that's behind it. Hey, I get to watch this guy from point A. He drops in with nothing. And it's a 35, 40-minute game if this guy gets into the last 1v1 situation to win it.
That's fucking true.
And you watch the story, and it's a lot of these, like every time you land, it's going to be a brand new story, right? And
that's really
what I like is that I don't need to be a gamer to understand what you're doing in the game.
Right.
Like I see, it's very clear to me if you're doing good or not. For example, when you play something like StarCraft, I have no idea, or Dota, or all
Overwatch, Dota.
or even Overwatch.
Overwatch
I
is
don't
a
really
mess, I don't
know
understand.
how
I
you're
don't,
doing
yeah.
if I'm watching.
And there's one simple like piece of data that's as a spectator, if you don't even play the game, that's all you need to know is that how many people are left. And there's that number at the top right, and it just goes down, it goes down, it goes down. And
You got to make a game, dude. I think you got the X factor. You know what's going there. I'm standing by.
Okay.
I'll give you money.
Okay.
I'll give you like $500.
Title of the game: Lambos and Steroids.
Okay, I'm in.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm out. $500 check right now. Dan, write this man a check. Boom. That's all you need, right? That's all games cost?
Yeah.
Cool. That'll get us in the door. You know what I've noticed, too, about PUBG? Because you were saying, like, the games that people are making now are designed for, like, instant conflict and instant action.
Mm-hmm.
But PUBG, I think what's great about it as a spectator sport and even as a streamer is that there is a lot of downtime. So you have time to, like, interact with the audience and still play the game.
That's a great point. Absolutely. Yeah. You can looting, like the beginning of the game, if you're not the type of gamer that lands in a hot spot, you land somewhere else. It's like, okay, I can casually loot. We can interact. I can read donations, subs, whatever. And, you feel like you're part of your community, and the community feels like they're part of the game and what's going on with the broadcast. And
it was really just like a perfect storm, I feel like, and just exploded.
Yeah. Big time.
300 million shekels. Actually, much more than that.
More than that.
Shekels ain't worth what dollars are. Trust me, folks. Me and Ela have streamed before on Twitch, and it is brutally exhausting, we found. Like, we'll stream for like 3 or 4 hours.
Do you get up and stretch?
No, I order pizza, chips, Capri Suns.
Because I take my guys, I take everyone to the locker room, the Slick Daddy Club locker room. We'll go through a nice little stretch routine. People like it. Yeah, static stretch, dynamic stretching.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
So that's what helps you get.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And again, I talk about it all the time. Steroids. It's illegal steroids from Guadalajara.
That's what. Oh, Guadalajara.
Yeah.
I heard they have good steroids out there.
And Jalisco.
That's where my parents lived.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can. Great place.
We'll talk about it after.
They used to live in Jalisco, and they moved back to the States after someone had a grenade fight in their neighborhood.
Oh.
Those guys had some really great steroids by the sound of it.
Wow. Yeah.
Shit is killer out there.
But I feel like it's exhausting also mentally, not really something that... Like, sometimes I feel like after we stream, like, there's, like, still noise in my head. Like, when you come back from a club.
Because it's just so intense.
Like, all the chat and the comments.
Headphones.
Yeah.
High-intensity stuff.
Music playing the whole time, screaming and yelling.
You're on. I mean, you're on the whole time.
And when you're off, it's like, it's a deep breath. It's... Wow.
It's fun, though.
It's fun.
Yeah, but how do you do it every day? That's crazy.
Steroids.
Steroids and spin class 3 days a week.
Spin class and steroids. That should be the title of your autobiography.
What do you think about an IRL stream in a spin class?
I think your fans would love to watch that.
Okay. You don't want to join?
I won't be there.
Okay.
Your fans would love it, though. Right. You want me to join you in the spin class? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do we wear this?
Wear what?
Like, do we both wear this?
This is what I wear every day.
Oh.
So it's up to you if you want to wear your costume.
Spin class?
Yes, 100%.
Cool.
Yeah.
You need that there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shady characters.
It's like jazzercise meets bicycling.
Right.
It is.
How do you? I'm curious. Like, PUBG's your main game. You play it a lot. A lot. Do you still have fun playing it, or is there a certain blend of you do it for the sake of your job? Because, most of your fans probably want to watch you play PUBG, right?
Yeah.
So is there a point where you just hate the game so much, but you keep playing it just because that's what your fans want to watch?
I play the hell out of it because it's the only thing that's out there.
It's just the game.
That's just the game. I'll try to go back to H1Z1, but H1Z1 I get stream sniped and it's just not fun.
It's just not even playable.
I mean, it's just H1Z1, the speed of the game I love, the momentum, everything.
Right.
But right when you land, I mean, it's like if I don't land in your cop car, I'm going to be swamped in 10 seconds. And people are
Why is it so
gunning.
much worse on that game?
Because it's just the speed of the game.
Smaller map, higher speed?
It's more of like all you need is a AR, and you can go. You know, you land in battlegrounds, you don't, like the house you go into, you might find an Uzi. If not, you just find a little bit of armor. Let's go to the next house.
Yeah.
There's so many layers. The depth of the game is, you know, it's a lot deeper. H1, all you need is a
Just
helmet.
go,
is
slam,
yeah,
hit the
boom.
ground, slam.
Get in the cop car, go. I'm on
It
my
is
way.
fun to watch. I don't know anything about that game. And again, talking about spectators, I watch you play that game, and it's a thrill.
It is, yeah.
You're zooming around. You got a shotgun. You're talking shit. It's spicy.
Yes, the proximity chat, I miss it. Because I like to remind these little chubby cheek, wannabe, unathletic, pigeon-toed, sprinting gamers what the 2 times all about.
Yeah, for
Okay?
sure.
Yeah.
But you don't have you have proximity in PUBG too.
Yeah, it's not the same though. No one talks. Everyone's scared. Everyone's hiding in a tree like a little kitten, and then they're in the closet with their little shotgun. Right? Where's your guts?
Right.
Starting to get pissed off now.
No, I'm getting angry too.
So game is scary. That's how we play. We hide.
I hide. I'll
the whole
camp it
time.
once. I'll hear some. I'll creak. I will stay in a corner for 30 minutes. My streams are called Wheat Days.
You're that guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And you're you're the guy.
I'm the killer.
You're the guy that uses a pistol for 5 rounds so you can buy an op. I've lost so many games on CS:GO because of you, dude.
Got to save up.
Yeah, for sure. It's just a good life lesson, honestly. Save up.
Yep.
It seems that you've been. This has got to be one of the longest performance art pieces ever. You've been this character, the Doc, and you're gonna play like you don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But do you have a difficulty transitioning between yourself and the Doc because you're in character for so long and for so intense amount of time? Do you have trouble being like, okay, now I'm just a guy, literally guy?
No. No. We shut it down. We approach it as a business. Because essentially
we in
that's
the proverbial like Fight Club.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's cool.
And we approach it as a business, and you know, we get in there, get the job done. When we're done, take the headphones off, put on the robe, sip a gin and tonic, and watch the Golden State Warriors do their thing.
Yeah.
Plug-in for the Warriors. That's just by the way.
Go Warriors.
Yeah, go Warriors.
What is the effect of pretending to be? I don't want to say pretending, but like you spend so much time being someone else. Does the line ever get blurred between one and the other?
No, no, it doesn't.
Do you ever sit in a restaurant and the waiter is like annoying, and then you almost answer in character like, "Come on."
No. Driving is probably one of my biggest things that, outside of playing Battlegrounds, that pisses me off. So sometimes when I'm driving,
this drive must have been awful for you.
This drive,
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
But sometimes that could transform me.
Okay, that's when you got to go to judge.
Yeah. That's where we follow them home.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a little.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's a little terrifying.
Yeah.
We follow them home.
We.
That sounds healthy.
Yeah. And trust me, no one else is in the car with me.
Yeah. No, I got that. I got that for sure.
But no, I could shut it down, and I could turn it on.
I get the sense that the Edward Norton character of your life is very different than the Brad Pitt character of your life. Is that true?
Absolutely. Yeah. Boom. Bing. Right on the button.
Okay. Do you think that like the Doc character that you develop makes you the Edward Norton part of you more confident, much as it did in Fight Club?
No. I'm actually pretty. I'm actually pretty shy.
Really?
Yeah. I'm actually pretty shy. I stay to myself. I'm pretty shy. I don't like.
That's incredible.
I don't like the limelight. I don't like being in front of cameras. I don't like taking pictures. It's the exact opposite.
So in a way, does
it's a release.
How do I call it?
A character kind of helps because
Yeah.
it's like I feel the same way too. If I put on a hat or sunglasses, then it's like I'm not exactly myself.
There's a filter.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like the I don't know how to call it, the Brad Pitt? That feels so stupid. The Doc. I feel like if I say that, you won't acknowledge it. Do you feel like the Doc has like enables you to exist in a different reality than like something that you've always wanted to be, but you couldn't do it as yourself? Like how do? Because you don't like doing that, but as the Doc, you're great at it.
Yeah. It certainly is a fix for being able to be as expressive as I want to be. It's funny because when I grew up, I was sort of the class clown. I was like the guy who made people laugh and stuff like that. And then as I got older, I kind of transformed into a shy person, and I stayed to myself. But I don't really socialize too much, and if I do, it's like I have to get warmed up to you a little bit. So this allows, like, this actually kind of brings back, like, the old days a little bit, and like it allows me to tap into that, being a kid again, and just being expressive and just confident. Carefree. Who cares what you think about me? I don't care. I'm gonna do anything and everything that I want to do, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah. Kind of expressive, like.
I think that's what everyone loves about the character too. Because we all long for that.
Yeah. But it feels good. It's fun.
Therapeutic.
It's very therapeutic. Super therapeutic. Yeah.
Man, I wish. I love it. But it reminds me of this thing, like, we have this Vape Nation character. I have this theory. It's called That Guy. It's called the That Guy theory. When I go out in, like, New York and do Vape Nation, it's humiliating. I put on all this ridiculous stuff, but when I put that on, I'm that guy. Like, when you're on the street and you look like a fucking clown, people look at you and you say, oh, that's just who that guy is. It's not like I'm embarrassed for that guy who's out there making a clown of himself. He's just that guy. When you put on that wig and those glasses, you just become that guy.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I get it. But we've talked about it a lot, so I don't know.
I didn't flesh that out a lot. But you also don't do this in public so much.
No. Just the events, and there's only less than a handful of events a year. So it's fun.
Yeah, it seems like it. Here's a question from one of the fans on the subreddit. They said, you seem like a very nice and genuine guy in real life, so I'm just curious if you've ever struggled with the difference between the two characters. I've also wondered if you ever have off days where you just don't feel like streaming, or you're not funny or creative because it always seems like you're on.
I certainly have a lot of off days. And again, I blame Battlegrounds. Sometimes you're in the groove, you got a lot of energy, and then, the things sort of just compound, and like, I'm not doing great, we're not doing great. Hey, for whatever reason, like, people in the chat are kind of saying the same stuff, and I'm like, what's like, something, hurry, take me to something I haven't experienced yet, in my stream. And sometimes you get into this, like, rhythm or this groove where you can't break out of it, and it's like, how do I wake up here? I need to wake up. Like, someone make me laugh, someone get me, like, fired up. And sometimes it just doesn't happen, and so you just kind of, like, hit this monotone of, like, energy, and it's just like, all right, I'm kind of getting close to wrapping this up, you guys. Right.
Is it the expectation of the audience where they're like, they always want you to be animated and entertaining and
I think
crazy?
it's a combination of that and, like, I know where I should be and where I could be, and I'm not there. And it's like, how do I get there? Can I get there? I don't know. It's like, for me, one thing I'm battling now is like, my setup and the content that I put out now. It's like, I feel like I need a full revamp of, I'm not talking graphical revamp. I mean, anybody could do that. Like, that's not a big deal, but just the approach to streaming in general and the character or the doc. I don't know what the answer is, but I am kind of, like, starting to, like, write out, like, a plan of, like, what's the next level of streaming, like version 2, so.
Right. I think that's smart. I mean, I feel like that drive is it's, like, required of people who, like, push forward and are successful.
I think it's fun, though.
Like,
It's frustrating for me when I get that feeling, but you have to. It's much healthier if it's fun.
Yeah.
Obviously. But you have to always be pushing yourself to change and get better.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, step outside of the box.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's next for the doc? Do you ever do you ever want to do acting or like what's next? What's your aspirations? What's your highest goal?
I don't know
to
what
achieve?
well, a lot of it, like Twitch is obviously it's a fantastic platform. And it's continuously growing. It's continuing to grow, and the numbers are just absolutely insane. The amount of new users that are signing up to the platform. So we're riding the wave of Twitch and the excitement around Twitch, and so I'm pretty excited to see what Twitch is doing here in the future.
Yeah.
See how they grow. I think for the doctor, I feel not necessarily that, I want to understand what's the next level of exposure. What is that?
Right.
And it was, what's Twitch? Again, that comes down to like what's Twitch doing, and
it's an uncharted path, kind of.
It is, yeah.
Like, how do you bust out of Twitch to the next level of exposure? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's never been done.
Yeah.
As far as I am aware.
Yeah. I think there's, I think given the character of the doctor, one thing that people, if they tune in and they tune in on like a regular basis, it's just not based off the video gaming dominating machine and that's all I'm about. Like I can actually kind of like, I can kind of relate to people that are in the sports because I've played sports,
Right.
and, college sports, and I can relate to people with music and movies because, that's all been part of the doctor's production, and so I can hit like a wide spectrum of an audience, and so I always thought like it would be cool if the doctor had like a show, almost like a 1 hour, like not like Jimmy Kimmel show, but like where it is you get guests on, doctor's the host, but we're not just going to be talking video games the whole time,
Sure.
but that will be sort of like the culture of
main-
the show
Right.
to a certain extent, but we can talk other stuff as well.
I could see that. That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know.
sketches, man on the street stuff.
Yeah.
It's a whole variety show.
Totally.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm watching it.
Boom.
$500 check right now.
Perfect. So
I'll-
we got the game.
Yeah.
We got that.
I got you.
Man.
Dude. You're set for life. I'll give you $1,000. You're set. I get 50%.
Yeah.
Where did the doc come from? How do you develop it? How did you come up with this character?
The doctor came from. It actually originated from Halo 2, and it was a voice, and it wasn't a character. It wasn't a visual thing. It was all voice, and because Halo 2 was proximity chat, so you could tell the guy, hey, you're going into the base with your team. Hey, look at this guy. I know he's upstairs. I'm going to pull the flag. There's nothing he could do about it. I'm going to demolish him, and guess
Right.
what? He's going to respawn across the map.
Right.
And you got the other guy on the team who's just listening to this lunatic coming into the base, going, "Oh shit,"
Yeah.
So it kind of started like that, and actually, whether you're on the other team or the team that I was playing on, like people in the lobby kind of enjoyed that. So you can kind of sense like, hey, people,
You're onto something here. a little
onto
bit.
something, yeah. And so that just sort of like naturally developed into like we're hanging out at my buddy's house, and they said, "Hey, we should make this guy a character, like because we're always into filming stuff, like stupid stuff." And so that day I went to the store and picked out the black steel, aka
Right,
the
right.
bulletproof mullet.
I was asking you backstage. This is the second wig, or let's say implant. Can we say that?
Yeah. Let's talk about implant.
This is
Yeah.
the second version 2.
Version 2, yeah.
That's impressive that it's lasted you that long.
Yeah.
How long's that implant been around?
7 years.
Woohoo!
No.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. And I haven't washed it one time.
I believe it, man. You got to keep it juicy.
But no, we just went to the store. I went to the store, grabbed it, and that night I got the scopes, the black steel, and then we filmed something, and I had a little bit of gameplay. And on my YouTube channel, it's called Doc's First Video, and that was like the first one.
That's cool.
And it just kind of
That's
slowly,
It's incredible you've kept it up for so long. Or I mean, it's been like 7 years, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it really has come to fruition and developed over the time.
Well, I think, yeah, and I think I've had the opportunity to run into a lot of great people that have helped the doctor grow, and that journey. It's like one of the first ones was like Optic. They were big for YouTube back in the day for trick shots, and before they became like sort of this real deal esports organization. But Hex and those guys, they were real supportive of the doctor, so we got to give a shout out to them. But yeah, it's the journey to get here has been fun. I think that's important.
I
right?
think
Like,
it's cool
enjoying
and
that.
inspiring that you've kept with it for so long and then ultimately achieved success in it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, well, going from, because I had never live streamed after Sledgehammer, so I didn't, before that, it was all high-level production videos where it's like, okay, we recorded, did the videos, okay, let me sit in Sony Vegas and cut this up and edit and put music on it. Like, it's a production, right? Like, and there was so you can hit a certain tone or mood with the character, and it was always like he was much darker back then, like serious, dark, drawn-out scenes, long stares. I'm gradually looking at you from a distance, you know, like now, like, and so I was a little scared when I started streaming. I'm like, how the hell am I gonna, like, are they gonna be entertained the whole time? Like for me,
it seems like the magic, because you were saying in the beginning they loved your trash talking. It seems like the magic is in the improvisational. Just put it out there, capture it, get in there.
Yeah, I think so, and the energy too. And I think that was important for me to understand that early on, was that this serious doc was not going to cut it on Twitch, because that can get real boring real fast.
Yeah, you can't really keep up for too long with
There's
that.
nothing dynamic. You need to be a real person who people can connect with. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So what's your favorite activity to do when you're not streaming, in your free time?
Hanging out with the family, obviously.
You have a wife and a
beautiful wife, beautiful kid, daughter.
The docette,
the mini doc,
the mini doc, doctor in training.
Yeah, baby disrespect.
Right. Yeah.
And nurse disrespect.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much my whole life surrounded by them. Or that's it's all them off stream, and we enjoy beach. Body surfing. I always talk about it on stream.
Yeah, I saw you saying body surfing on Twitter.
It's not a joke.
Yeah,
Like, we do body surfing a lot. Yeah. Spin class. Like, we work out together and everything, and that's pretty much my life. Yeah.
That's awesome.
We saw you stream on a boat.
Oh yeah, can you tell me about the fucking boat stream? What on earth?
Yeah.
By the way, just to set the image for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Doc just goes live one day and he's on a boat playing PUBG. And that's it. He's just on a boat. And I don't know, how did you get an internet connection out there, by the way?
From the Asus Zephyrus laptop that I was using. It was a Asus was polite enough to hook up that whole situation.
Got it.
Cool.
Yeah. Was it was a sponsored?
It was a sponsored deal.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, they made a point.
Yeah.
They got there.
I'll tell you right now, it wasn't easy to play.
Yeah, I can't imagine it was.
Out in the open sea going 60, 70 miles an hour. It's not fun. I mean, it's fun, but it's not for gaming.
It's a funny image.
Look, this is some fan service. This was high up in the suggested question, so I'm just going to ask you it. I'm not really familiar with these guys, but I get a sense this is a funny question. Shroud, Summit, and yourself.
Yeah.
Marry one, kill one, fuck one.
I get that donation a lot.
Oh, okay. So you're ready.
Yeah.
You can just pass too.
I could probably.
You already killed all those people.
I killed them both.
They're all
There's no
dead.
marrying. They killed them both.
All right. Thanks, guys, for fucking posting this stale ass question. It's the last time I trust you fucks. All right, here. This is customary here.
I haven't killed Shroud. I should probably say that.
You've been fucking.
I've killed Summit so many times. It's on another level. But Shroud, he's next on my list.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Watch out, Shroud.
Yeah.
This is customary on the show. We usually wrap it up because it's a little funky, a little weird, a little unexpected.
Okay.
A little insight.
Yeah.
Do you have any ghost stories, any paranormal
Yes.
stories, UFO, alien sightings? Tell me about all the weird shit you've seen that nobody would believe.
Yes, absolutely.
Except that one guy on alien technology.
Yeah, with
he
his
would
hair.
believe everything.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
During my last year of college,
Mm-hmm.
I was staying up in a house up in the mountains. A friend of Papa Disrespects, and they owned a big ranch, big, huge acres, nice big home, and they had 3 or 4 homes on this piece of property. It had like a little small lake on it. I mean, it's up in the middle of nowhere. And I've heard the place wasn't, whatever. But he was polite enough to let me stay there my final year, and it was about a 30-minute commute to college from where they were at. And he had to leave one weekend. He said, "Hey, can you watch the house for the weekend?" I was like, "Okay, cool." So I'm sitting there. I think it was a Friday or Saturday night. I get back from school. I think it was the next day, Saturday night. I'm sitting there. It's about 1:32 in the morning. I'm laying in bed. All of a sudden, the phone rings, and it's a big house. So when it rings, it's like echoes, reverbs, right? I'm like, what the? No one calls, right? So I go up there. I answer. No one's on the phone. It's just, okay, what the hell is this, you know? I go back to my bed. He had automatic lights for the driveway. I go back to the bed, and the window, the bed where I was staying at this room, this window is where you can see the driveway. And right when I lay down, boop, light goes on, right? So then I'm like, okay, this is kind of getting crazy.
Yeah.
Let me just go to the bedroom door and close it. I close it, and no joke. After I close it, I'm walking to the bed. I hear, like, running down the hall. And I'm like, okay, this is nuts. I'm going to bed.
By the way,
like,
how long ago was this?
This was, I got chills thinking about it. This was in 2005.
Okay, so it's quite a bit ago.
Yeah.
You were a bit of a younger Doc back then.
The final piece of the puzzle, I went to bed. I shut it down, right? Like, just don't even worry about it. Get in bed, put the pillow over the head. Like, let's just call it a night, right? Let's just forget about this.
Right.
I wake up in the morning. I walk down the hall. He's got this big, huge kitchen, beautiful big kitchen. All the cabinet doors are open.
Oh my God.
All of them were open.
What?
Some poltergeist shit.
Yeah, yeah. And that was my experience at that place. I told him I didn't experience anything else after that, like anything that was weird or any of that stuff, but I had the place to myself the whole time that weekend, and that happened during that weekend.
And so did you tell, whose house was it?
This was a friend
of your dad's?
Yeah.
Did you tell him about it?
Yes.
Did he ever have anything like that happen in that house?
No.
No. Just you.
That's so creepy.
Yeah, that shit's creepy as fuck. I'm always interested to hear what I've never had a paranormal experience. I wish I did. I feel like I'd be a more interesting person, you know?
Yeah.
But thanks for sharing that. Nothing.
What? I just told you. I spent 10 minutes telling you a story. You got nothing from me.
I got nothing, dude.
Okay.
But I love hearing other people's stories, so thanks for sharing that.
Absolutely.
And finally, do you ever plan on going for a 3-time?
In what? Well, it's got to be
3-time.
Well, it's got to be 3 consecutive years.
Oh, you have to win 3 in a row.
Yeah, and I'm not interested.
Okay.
And I could have, but they were going to play Bubsy or Bugsy or whatever the hell the game is, and I didn't want to play it.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Right.
3 times in a row. Who's got time for that shit? In this
2
day
times
age?
sounds better. Like 3 time. The 3 time.
Yeah.
The 3 time.
Yeah.
Back to back to back. See, this is.
You would almost just lie and say 2-time at that point.
At that
because it
point,
sounds much better.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
2 time.
Right.
I mean, 3, it's 2, the V, you know.
Yeah, no, I totally get it.
Right.
There's. Well said, dude.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to the 2-time. To the Doc for coming in.
Thank you for having
braving
me.
that traffic, coming and spending this time with us and sharing your experience. God bless you. Hopefully your fate doesn't end the same as Edward Norton from Fight Club.
Oh, yeah.
But I appreciate you nonetheless.
We're just getting started, baby.
Yes. The revolution is beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I wish you all the best. I love what you do.
Yeah.
And
Appreciate it.
really appreciate you coming here. So.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Bless
Thanks
you.
for coming.
Appreciate you. Guys, thanks for watching. Next Thursday.
Yeah.
Jordan Peterson. Leave your questions on the subreddit. That is it for this week, guys. Appreciate you.
Bye.
Kill it. All right. Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good.